my heart, my brain, and consistency. Serve the paradigm's plan without pause. It's an honor and a gift, one I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. Finally, I fulfill my purpose in life, a glorious death. Blown up by a mine. A fine way to go among many ways to die. Electroshock, plasma smelted, cyranium gas, goo pelted, minced, cubed, irradiated, blunt force trauma, decapitated. List of life-giving opportunities goes on and on. Oh, nearly forgot. Eaten by enemy raptidon. And my heart, it beats till it slows. But I know every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as a whole. It's an honor and a gift. When I wish for all who live, it's a privilege to die for the cause.
And now, the latest word on superior Protectorate products. Every cog requires routine lubrication. Stave off wear and tear with your regular allotment of Moderation Vodka. It's the perfect libation to imbibe in celebration of daily service done well. Moderation Vodka, distilled with zeal. Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace with a true adherence zeal.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now what is it you want? Quite busy, as I said, and less pleased for this unscheduled work suspension. Now, did you have some business here? Oh, we'll get to that presently. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas? One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Zeranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm. Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components. Good. Wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions? Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo! Commander,
think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside.
Treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Oh, a new arrival. Oh, and what's this? You, I dare say, are exhibiting clear signs of Zeranium exposure, stranger. Fortunately for you, you appear to have a fairly mild case. I imagine you haven't even noticed any symptoms yet. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask, for medical posterity, and so on and so forth.
Next, a small sampling.
First question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the Zeranium?
Nor plasma weapon cauterizations will
Another assistant. Should have guessed. I suppose I should be grateful for all the data she sends my way, but I do wish Dell would think more of her collaborators' well-being. All right, next question. How are you feeling? For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thyroid or spleen? Well, good for you. Keeping a positive attitude can often aid your recovery. I wish more of my patients shared your optimistic disposition. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to provide you advanced Zeranium therapy of the highest possible quality. There, that should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional exposure. I would love, be pleased to act as your consulting physician again, should the need arise. Don't have much to spare, but you're free to have a look.
Keeping tabs and notes on people can be like a game. Celebrate the good ones. Turn in those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do.
Well, look who it is. Oh, gladly. I've rather dedicated my life to researching its unique form of matter. What would you like to know?
Stick to their routine.
Total avoidance is best, but try to get out of the Zeranium as quickly as you can if exposure becomes necessary. Come to think of it, there may be some exciting new breakthroughs in the near future. Our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from Zeranium's effects, though she was having a spot of trouble last I heard.
If you see a person sleeping at their station, reporting them will only help improve their day. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep.
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks? What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user. An invention that works on paper is half the work. The other half is simply a matter of sourcing materials and capable help. I require a component called a catalytic amplifier. You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. Catalytic amplifiers are a somewhat outdated technology, available only in older model Dragoons. Unfortunately for me, our chief mechanist, Woodrow, wasn't enthusiastic about my proposal to Geld his only combat automech.
Exquisite next song.
So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donelson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do that. Anything to keep him off my back for an hour.
This is the case. Give him your grace. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him the least you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to
For him, with Rome in my heart, for the matriarch, whose bloodline bestowed their perfection. I trust, I breathe for my neighbors. I aim, I watch in his name. I know I am right, he's our shining light. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all.
welcome. Glad to have you back.
I want for nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign.
This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Possesses the advanced technology and know-how.
Ready to waste it on your command.
It's what we are.
Stifles undue agitators, stymies uneased forward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea. Stand by for further reassuring content.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you. The Sovereign's chosen.
All system is alive. Just cannot be high. All paradise to do your job is a virtue. Every heart is a call, and every soul
subject ensures a glorious bounty for all. You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flame. We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame. That we thrive. It's out there they all fail. We must trust our community. It's
I see the way back in through here. Just need to find a way around this mess.
one perfect union. A simple people so whole. Right and grateful. That is our own. We all trust in each other. By rules we abide. Working as commanded to. Side by side.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melody.
Respect and love for our beloved with yet another inspiring golden bestowment.
As my forebearer, the matriarch embraced science and technology for the betterment of Arcadia. So too have I been studying the potential of the rifts across our skies. I have directed our efforts toward undoing the personal tragedy that befell me, your esteemed sovereign, years ago. And I am pleased to report that we are on the cusp of a breakthrough. Cherished Arcadians, I am well aware of how much my happiness and well-being means to you all. So, as you go about your perfect life, good day.
Now, on to other matters. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
any neighbors talking low. Watch any neighbors eating slow. Take close attention everywhere you go.
against the attack. And the survivor. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Look alive! Rebels among us!
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
We are all encouraged to live in the moment. How can one not when life is so perfect? Yet, it's every subject's duty to reflect fondly and often on the path that led us here. So spend a moment in remembrance of our matriarch, who not only drafted the blueprint of our perfect society, but also the space-traversing technology that made it possible. She alone recognized that old Earth had become a fallow garden, where only the seeds of base emotions, avarice, jealousy, hate, might sprout. She whisked us to Eden. We flourished under her guiding light, as life-giving as the star we call Arcadia. Thank the matriarch when you bask in our sun's warmth. Although without flaw, the matriarch was still mortal. Her final gift to us was her child, the first sovereign. We thanked the matriarch when we basked in her son's brilliance. Her benevolence lives on in her grandson, our current sovereign. May he reign long and his grief diminish. We thank the matriarch when we bask in her grandson's kindness. Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next?
Well, not much to do now, but stay busy and wait to be sent to mental refreshment.
Societal responsibilities.
What is it? I'm a little busy. Please, why should I follow that? All right. One catalytic amplifier beast. Just have to release this here and fasten the manifold there. And that's got it. One catalytic amplifier as we proceed. I'll just put it down.
done? The Zeranium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever. The damage must have been more advanced than we thought. I knew I should have pushed the repairs earlier. Sure, a few may have died, but the mission might still have been salvaged. This is my fault. The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my own resources, and now the price is paid. With this failure, I have likely doomed this entire island to the tender mercies of our enemies. No more will our stalwart subjects reap the bounty of this land. No more would the pleasant whine of servos accompany our mechanical servants in their noble servitude. Instead, this island will be trampled by the boots of our enemies. Its resources stripped bare, leaving nothing of the beauty we've cultivated over long years. As our stewardship is cast aside like so much detritus, harmony will be lost, and chaos will reign. Praise will give way to slogans, duty to greed, honor to contractual obligation. Freaks and worse will despoil that which is left behind, while bureaucrats will use this once proud land as a springboard for their superficial and petty ambitions. And with the island's fall, I may have dealt a crippling blow to the Protectorate itself. Our foes will use this place as a stepping stone, eating their way deeper into Eden like ravenous maggots. And it will all be my fault. I'll be remembered, if any of us is, as the one who lost it all. Yes, I suppose I have. Now please, leave me be.
I have seen my friends and my family oppressive. So I knew that there was no reason to stress it. Process can remove that crinkle, feelings that can cause a wrinkle. What I know now, those thinkable thoughts have to go with a quick mental refreshment. Those sentiments I felt were such a burden on me. The weight is better felt by one assigned to oversee. Thinking never made anybody happy. That I believe it's a blessing. He offered such an effortless. Reprieve. Since that day, my thoughts have never been the danger. And fidelity are no longer strangers.
This looks like the place. Oh, I haven't felt this hot strung since Horizon Point.
Niles.
Howdy, Zed. You look well.
Do you always put your hands on other people? Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say, you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm.
Zed, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble.
Life-embettering discoveries occur.
No. I only dealt with the bloody aftermath. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
Simply lethally dangerous holds some measure of positive benefit. They theorize that
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the consul. I'll answer what I can. If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct, and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration. Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds.
To disrupt us. And the sentinels will always heed the call. It's a blessing for us here, but a curse for those near. Sending the sentinels for us all. When faithless subjects try to corrupt us, our guardians will always. Make them fall.
Rum leeches. Always thieving. Ever wonder if our records show you have an outstanding fine for past offenses? Pay up.
Commander, if you'd like to have me handle this, I'm more than able. We've got the executive blessing to do company business as we see fit. You don't want to contradict Auntie herself, do you?
No, ma'am. Never. Please, excuse me.
That's probably the last time that little story gets us out of trouble. I'd rather not fight my own people, so keep your nose clean, yeah?
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of
When the outside tries its best to invade us, our champions will cleanse the streets. Our paradigm preserved when they fight and die and serve. Send in the sentinels for us all. Whether inside or out, there is never a doubt. Send in the sentinels for us all. Send in the sentinels for us all. La, 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 la.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with some authentic talk. Eden's abundance can make subjects soft. Law knows my edges have rounded us.